Hi, as a watch collector, I naturally had to have a Seiko watch. So on 7th of January 2023, I bought my very first Seiko. Yes, I know that the Alba watch I'm going to review in a few reviews time is also a Seiko watch, given that Alba is owned by Seiko, but you know what I mean, a proper Seiko watch. So naturally I went for the Seiko 5 collection, and the reason for that is because if I look at this link here which says 5 reasons why Seiko 5 makes the best entry level mechanical watches by a website called Effortless Gent, I mean they outline the fact that the Seiko 5 was launched in 1963 and it's an entry level mechanical watch or automatic watch. For those who don't know the term mechanical watch, you've learned something now. I actually learned that about a year ago only. I didn't know that a mechanical watch and an automatic watch were the same thing, or rather it didn't click to me. We all have our tube light moments. Anyway, the 5 salient features are said to be automatic winding. So yes, this is automatic winding, and this has a 7S26 movement, which crucially is not able to be manually wound by hand like that. Now my Fossil watch, which I reviewed some time ago, you can hand wind it. This you can't. The winding is purely done by the automatic mechanism inside. Other features of the Seiko 5 are supposed to be a day or date function, water resistance, supposedly an unbreakable mainspring, and shock resistance. Now I'm not really going to test out those last two. I have tested out the water resistance when being inadvertently caught out in rain showers, and well, this watch has done perfectly fine. I mean, it's still working. Seiko 5 automatics good? Well, yes, they say they are. Now this 7S26 movement that I just spoke about is a 21 jewel movement. If you want to know what this whole jewels in automatic movement thing is, I'm not going to explain it too much here because I don't know enough about the topic to comment. But the fact is, you can read about it from any other link. More jewels, I'm guessing, doesn't always mean better. It can't be that simple, can it? The roughest way I can explain it is that in the mechanism of an automatic watch are certain, well, precious stones that are used as part of the mechanism. Now these are, I believe, industrial grade, not jewelry grade stones. So yeah, don't worry, this Seiko 5 is not some multi-million dollar thing that's on my hand. I purchased it in January 2023, as I mentioned, on the 7th from Wrist Lab. I think the price was around just over 50,000 Sri Lankan rupees at the time. And interestingly, after a while I got tired of the silver band on this watch. As you can see, it's a very nice watch. It's got a black dial with the red markings on the dial. This is called the Speed Racer actually. The model number for those interested is the SNK375K1, but I felt that the silver band was a bit dull. So I tried to sell the watch actually. I advertised it on Sri Lankan Wristwatch Collective. Got 1 or 2 calls. But it was pointless. There was one guy who was just needlessly jerking me around trying to beg for a discount. I mean, at one point he even turned Muslim because I'm a Muslim. I thought it was pretty ridiculous, and that's when I knew it was just, no point. So after a few days of trying to unsuccessfully sell this watch, I thought, okay, fine, if I can't sell it, I'll keep it. Then I started looking around at watch modding, which once again I wasn't too... sorry about that. I should have silenced my phone, and that's why when you do video reviews, you should always put your phone in mute or silent mode. So there's another tip for you budding YouTubers. So yeah, where was I? Oh yes, tried to sell the watch, got a bunch of what they call tire kickers or nonsense talkers, and well, gave up that idea. So I thought, how can I improve the watch? I did look into modding it, which is where you put a different style of designs, and there are some really talented guys in Sri Lanka who do really superb watch modding jobs. But then before that I thought, hang on, I'm still on the fence about this watch. Rather than investing another decent amount into modding it, why don't I just try putting a strap? So that's what I did. I went on Daraz, which is basically like, it's Alibaba basically. Daraz is part of Alibaba now, and you can get almost anything. I mean, the phone holder I'm holding my phone on right now while recording this video is from Daraz, as I'm sure you can find a few things on my table from Daraz as well. So I got this black and red striped NATO strap from Daraz. Of course, when you get a strap for your watch, you have to check as soon as the lug width. If I'm not mistaken, I think this was a 20mm lug width, which is a little smaller than the average, so you have to be very careful there. always get the correct lug width if you're changing watch straps. Anyway, I ordered the strap, it came. It even came with a helpful little tool for, removing the pins and putting the new strap on. In the unboxing, you will see that tool because I've kept the original silver strap. But yeah, I mean, since I did the mod to the watch around early this year, it's still with me, isn't it? It's on my hand. It lives in my watch winder. Gets worn at least a couple of times a week, if not more. So I guess, there's something to be learned there. And what we can learn there is, sometimes if you don't like a watch purely because of its strap, well, change the strap, don't change the watch. Because I realized it wasn't the watch that I didn't like, it was just the strap that I didn't like. I should also mention another little thing that happened to me with this watch. Initially when I got it, it wasn't keeping time properly, in that it would lose about 5 or 6 minutes every 2 days. Now this is not within the tolerances for the 7S26 mechanism, which is supposed to lose no more than 15 to 20 seconds per day. So I gave it to Wristlab and they serviced it. This is all under warranty, so I didn't have to pay anything, except for, of course, my transport going from Navala to One Golf Face and back to my home in Navala. But other than that, I mean, they serviced it. They gave it back to me in about, I think, it was about 2 weeks that went. And when I got the watch back, it was fine. And what I realized is, when I got the watch back, now this watch has a see-through case back, which this NATO strap is partially blocking, but it has a see-through case back. And I realized that whenever I looked through that case back, the weight wasn't rotating as freely. Like, for example, when you're wearing a watch like this, if you just do this or do that, or just like flick your hand, you should be able to see the weight moving freely, fairly freely. It wasn't doing that. So something tells me that this watch it wasn't totally in the greatest working condition when I got it, which was weird because it was a brand new watch in a sealed box. So I guess either I got the one that, the one that got away from quality control, so to speak, or something had gone wrong during transit. But either way, after it was adjusted and serviced by Wristlab, it's been fine ever since, no issues. So before anything else, let's get into the unboxing of the watch, and then we'll see how the watch looks with its new strap, of course, because I'm not going to put the old silver strap back. You can go online and see what that looks like, because I just can't be bothered changing straps again. In fact, if I put the silver strap on, I might want to sell it again, so let's not go down that avenue. But after the unboxing, I will show you the watch in some different types of lighting. So stay tuned. So let's get into the unboxing. We've got a fairly sizable Seiko box in white here with the Seiko lettering in silver. You can see my ring light reflected on this shiny box, which feels quite high quality. Quite sizable too. You can see if I keep my hand on it how big it is. Let's open it and see what's inside. Well, I already know, I'm just doing this for camera. So you can see we've got a separate smaller box inside and a leaflet. Worldwide guarantee and instructions. Okay, how to use this watch. We've got all that stuff here. Thank you for wearing this Seiko watch. Precision timepiece, manufactured the highest quality standards, blah blah blah. Okay, should it need repairs, worldwide network. Okay, the usual stuff. Guarantee, note important points, instructions. Okay, so this is a sort of boilerplate kind of instruction that covers several types of watches, quartz and mechanical analog. So wow, that's quite bold. You're covering quartz watches and automatics in this manual. Okay, very well. Not that I need it anyway, because I know a fair bit about these watches. Changing battery, okay, not necessary here. Preserve the quality, water resistance, temperature, shocks and vibrations, okay, and the whole caboodle in a different set of languages. Now here's our warranty card. You can see the purchase date, 7th of January 2023. Case number 7S26, okay. Bought at Wristlab, they are the retailer. Sorry for bumping the camera there. Seiko certificate of guarantee, okay, that's fine. It's all pretty regular stuff, really. Little pocket there for the warranty card too. Warranty is over now, of course. It's nearly the end. Well, it's November of 2024 when I'm recording this, late November. Okay, copyright 2021. So this manual was printed in April 2021, or rather this revision of the manual. Fairly new then. Let's put it aside there for now. Let's get the watch box out of the bigger box. Okay. Oh, and we've got a little sort of shelf there as well. I suppose this is a generic box they use for many different kind of Seiko watches, some with bigger boxes, some with smaller, so I guess it makes sense. Here's the box itself. Once again, white box, shiny affair. Seiko lettering in silver on the front. On the rear, what do we have here? Okay, we've got some paper slash rayon. The cushion is made from rayon and polyester. Okay, we can see the innards are blue. Let's have the Seiko logo facing us and open it. That was very easy. So first off, you probably know what this is. It's the old band, the silver band, the one that really bored me with this watch, as I mentioned in my intro, to the point that I wanted to sell it. But I have retained the band. It's in good condition. You can see it's brushed matte metal effect silver with a bit of shiny accents over there. I've also kept the removal tool just in case I want to reinstall the band at some point. Slim chance of that unless I'm selling the watch, but now I don't think I'll sell the watch. It's my first Seiko after all. So here is the watch itself in its case on its little velvet pillow. Have we got anything else inside this box? Oh yeah, here are the 2 additional links from the original strap. Maybe I should just put them in the Ziploc bag I've kept the strap in. There we are. There seems to be a pocket sort of thing here. Anything there? Nope. That's about it really. So closer inspection. You can see the red and black NATO style strap that I've installed on the watch. Really pleased with that. Exceptionally pleased with it. It's held up well given that it's been over 6 months since I installed it, and well, the watch spends time in my winder or on my wrist. So really happy with that. And you can see that it is a very attractive watch. You can see how the black dial is punctuated by the grey and red markings from 0 to 20 seconds there, and the red seconds hand. We've got a 7S26 movement in here, of course, automatic, 21 jewels, and you can see the mechanism. If I just prise away a bit of the NATO strap there and show you, you can see it's an exposed mechanism with the weight, which seems to be a bit tight today. Why is that? Ah no, there we go, it's moving. Tap it a bit. Nope. That's interesting. Why is the weight stationary? It's supposed to move freely. Ah, there we are, it's moving. See, this is the thing I had earlier also with the watch, where sometimes the weight just was a little tight and I had to send it in for adjustment. Not sure why that is. I mean, all that high quality stuff I saw on the instruction manual, little bit of a hiccup, but the watch is keeping time accurately. You can see the time is correct. I can tell you, I can check with my fitness band right now and just see what the time is on that. 3:57, 4 p.m. there. That's fine, because I anyway set my watches 2 to 3 minutes fast, because I rarely use my fitness band for the time anyway. To me, it's something that I'm wearing out of necessity rather than desire. A watch, on the other hand, is something I wear out of necessity and desire. So it's a very attractive watch, and I'm going to go as far as to say that the attractiveness of the watch is let down by its rather, well, to put it bluntly, insipid silver band. But I suppose a silver band is rather inoffensive too. You can wear it with almost any outfit. So now let's have a look at the watch under some different types of lighting conditions, and you'll have my conclusion too about this watch. Okay, so now that we've seen the unboxing of the watch, let's have a look at how it looks under different forms of lighting. First off, let's go into a sunny day. Now this was quite difficult to find, because during the time I was shooting this, it was actually the end of November in Sri Lanka, and well, there was, I believe, a depression in the Bay of Bengal or whatever they call it, and because of that the weather was quite gloomy, overcast, rainy, windy, and yeah, not very pleasant. But I managed to get some sunny day footage of the watch, and as you can see, looks pretty good. I mean, you can see how the sun really glints and shines on it, and the band doesn't steal too much of the show, so to speak. That's another gripe I had with the, with the silver band, that the silver band itself was a bit too shiny and taking attention away from the watch dial. Now let's look at the watch in some overcast light, which is more common of what we've been having these days. Once again, if we do that, we can see that, yeah, the glass is a bit reflective, but otherwise the watch looks exceptional. I mean, I really like the play of light over the black dial with the red markings, and once again the strap doesn't steal the attention, but it stands out. Now next is where we take the watch into artificial lighting. That is because watches like this can look a bit washed out under the white or daylight artificial lighting, and we can see that here. You can see that the red of the dial doesn't quite pop under that artificial lighting white LED bulb as it would otherwise pop out in normal sunlight. So yeah, not the best looker in the night. I guess maybe I'll wear this watch more in the daytime and when I'm going out. Finally, let's have a look at the lume, because the lume on this watch is quite something. Now have a look at that. I charged it up by flashing a torch at it for a few seconds before shooting this, because well, there wasn't enough outdoor sunlight to charge it up properly. And let's have a look at it again. You can see it's really a very pleasing shade of luminous green with a hint of blue in it. Real pleasure to read the time at night. So yeah, that's a bit of an interesting dilemma, isn't it? I mean, the watch looks really good in daytime. It doesn't look quite so good under artificial LED lighting of the daylight variety, which is the white lighting, but the lume looks really good in the night. So well, I don't know where to wear this watch exactly in the night, unless I don't know, just enjoy the lume by flashing a torch on it every now and then just for the heck of it. So there we are. You can see my review of the Seiko 5 automatic speed racer, and I've just read that the 7S26 movement is no longer used in the Seiko 5. They have upgraded it to something called the 4R36, which is a 24 jewel movement, and it also features hand winding. So that's very useful, because see, that's the other thing. When this watch had that issue with the weight that I was talking about, there wasn't a lot I could do to, like keep it going by hand winding it, because the 7S26 doesn't have hand winding. So I had to shake the watch around quite a bit and try to get the weight to move somewhat so that it would charge up the spring and keep the watch going. So I guess maybe that also contributed a bit to my initial dissatisfaction with this watch, but I have to say now we are best buddies. So there you are. I hope you liked that somewhat long-winded review. If you did, well, drop me a like, give me a subscribe, and stay tuned for more watch reviews. Thanks for watching.